I just needed a moment to embrace the beautiful music again. I really need to see how many hours we did so far. I know I need to make up like 2.5 hours, but man. Like, I want to submit a ticket and whatnot, but there's like so much I need to explain and present, and I am on my own schedule. It exhausts me. I swear. Can my captions work again? I think they're honestly done for now. I could do Frontier Clash again. Great. I'll save it for the next part. The next session I'm on for. Let me look at my weapons again. At this point, I probably could do one more copy of Meryl. Then I'll be saving my gold for something else. Because right now, it seems like I am kind of behind in my research. So I definitely need to do that. Yep. Alright, let's go to the Confounding Abyss. Make our way down to that hellhole. We need to take out the wolves, and what else do we need to take out? Dire crabs! Wait, besides those. Star antelopes. They want me to go all over the map today. Like, so many different locations. There are researchers who still go down here? Weird. My patience is waning. Is this entertaining? Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why. Someone is doing a Phantasmic Zenith at a party of 4, really? Well, I guess I'm strong enough to do these combat challenges now. Anyways. What was I looking at again? Oh, right. I was looking up a guide about something. $2,700. Of course, we're not gonna spend that 27. We're not saving that 2,700 on a car. Now I know I could save like my coins, my currency on a car, on like a fancy car, but like honestly, I probably would like spend it faster than I can save on a better car than what I have for racing. I will admit, though, that last event was very unfair. It was very catered towards, like, the big money spenders who purchased that car amount. Super unfair. Wait, is that a crab? Oh wait, that's some. We can fight this one. What's really interesting is that you can't see its face. Also, for some reason, I still could not be able to, like, break these for whatever reason. I think I know how they're supposed to work, but, like, I still don't understand the mechanic deep down. Alright, I'm pretty sure there's a tutorial tip. I'm pretty sure there's a tutorial tip somewhere. My tips are all over the place. It's bothering me. Purple crystal. No, that's for the exploration and the outside. I can't ever complete this because it just can't do it on my own. It confuses me. Activate a power supply to crack open an ore's carapace, then use a weapon with the corresponding element to strike. Basically, use an electric weapon to... Hold on. There's a problem. Where the heck is the other piece of rock? There's a corresponding piece of rock, but I don't know where to find one, because there's a lot of these crystals around here, but they correspond with a specific rock. Yeah, they just correspond with a specific weight. No, that's just another crystal. Yeah, I don't see it. I literally don't see it. Okay, dude, I literally do not know if we can survive with 8 units. We actually won. Nice. I'll give you this one, Cats, for being the MVP. Oh, I killed 2 epic units too. That's what we needed for the daily. So I need to place down 1 more Templar for the week, and that is good. Okay, what about the store? Anything for the... The store is refreshing. Okay. Oh, right, appointed research. Hmm? Bloody. Man. There's more research I need to complete, but that requires me to farm for some more stuff. There's something easy I could do? Is it really just... Man... The store. Why do I need to spend my crystals on this? I would prefer to spend my crystals on these. There we go. See? We're saving We're saving more for, Fiona. I have 35 now. It's gonna be 40 at some point. Well, in any case, okay, so we can't, so basically... Alright then. Alright, let's go to the city now. Shakes my head, my head.
Hi, how are you?
Oh my god, the translator. A translator's son is just being... Thank you for the lurk, man. Oh man, translator's son is just... Okay, that made me laugh. It literally just pronounced the yes. Oh, that's funny. Oh. I'm gonna be ending in about 40 minutes though, but hopefully the cleaning goes well. Hopefully your latest stream was amazing too. I don't want to waste it. No, I don't want to waste it on this gachapon. Maybe this one. Because this one is like not like... Yeah, this one is not emptied yet. Plus, I could always get more, cosmetic, reskinning and stuff. Really? Are you kidding me? 2 more times, please. Yes!
Booyah!
Whew. Okay, that's still fine. I got the 5 package one anyways. I did say I was going to get 5 more, so... Here's the 5 more that we're getting. Woohoo! 40 saved! That's like halfway to pity. Let's see. Okay, so then I need to spend... this one. Actually, hold on a second. Yeah, I should spend, like, let's see. Appearance simulation data can be, simulacrum system what is this? Appearance simulation data can be cleared after use. What is this? Simulacrum system restoration tool. Does it like erase the friendship data or something? I don't know what that did, but it doesn't seem like it did anything. Let me also give Mr. Narukami a shout out since he was streaming earlier.
I hope you're looking at the screen right now.
Redhorn? What about Redhorn?
See? Homa. Miss Splitter. Redhorn. You know what that means.
Hey, check Ayato's weapon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a whale in chat. That is all. Look at Zhongli. And Xiangling. Okay.
Yo, where's the music coming from? Whoa! What the heck? Yo, where'd this beat come from? We're throwing a party here or something? Where did this music come from? Hello? Where did that music come from? Holy. Is it an April 1st special music or something? That is... How? I'll actually join the bosses on another, Wait, this person has no name. I'll join the bosses on another, session that I do with this game. Where did that music come from? No, does nobody know? Does nobody really... Fiona! Fiona.
Nut.
Fiona. And the music is no longer popping. I could do this 7 times. 4 times 7 equals 28. Right? Yeah, 28. Well, what's the point of me, like, making another one of these? I mean, if I want to make another one for a tank set, sure. I guess, by all means. There's a taxi on this chest. I'm interested. have about a good 20-ish minutes left. Might as well grab whatever chest I can. Oh, I guess we're taking some people's chests then. Don't mind if I do. Still, the music is very loud, and how the heck, how often does that happen? And chest is gone. Are they doing specifically a hunt for this boss? Once again, I do not get it. Man, the drop rates of stuff are just... Well, if there's nothing else, back to the lobby I go. Any ingredients to my fancy? I am not spending that. Oh yeah. I could claim these. I have not finished the mission yet. We have 4 more days of this. I don't know why I'm still doing it. Haven't really gotten anything good from it. Well, considering it's early morning, I don't expect, like, people to be up and about anyways. Let's head over to the tower tomorrow first. I want to see if I want to purchase a car. Like a down payment or on that. Or not. And then I'll try another gachapon machine. which I heard is in the mall. Also a good opportunity for me to check if I did my weekly missions or not. I probably did them already. Okay, so I already purchased the white one. And then there's the blue one. Of course, which has better stats than the white one. Then... And then we also have the Vortex. Which has mostly better stats than the Thunder Roar, but we also have like the red Vortex. Bit more pimped out and decorated, but if I can get the racing currency for it, that's fine. So like so obviously I'm going to be getting the Vortex GTS if I want to spend my currency. Now, I also have the monster truck, the Mammoth. I don't know what's the point of this. If like the goal is to get the Vortex. Maybe you could try to do a race. Should we try to do a race? Why don't we do a race and experience what it's about? Wait, is it on a schedule? Let's do the first racetrack. Alright, let's see how this works. Thank you, Belton, for the epic rogue. Why is tab the rear view mirror? Tab is the Steam button key. Also, what is up with the controls? Shift for speed up? Space for the handbrake? What are these controls? Maybe we should not use the brake. Let's do one lap without using the brake one single time. Okay, maybe we need to use the brake here. Alright, final lap. Maybe all we need to do is just cut corners, okay? Okay, if it's a sharp turn, I guess we should use the brake. Aye. Okay, what do I get out of that? What do I get out of racing by myself? Nothing, right? That's sad. That is super sad. Let's go to the mall in the meantime. Theater is there. Pet house is there. Vending machine is there. Okay, I do need to remember to take my medicine. We crashed again? How many times did we crash today? It's like we can't run this. It's like you can't broadcast this game with 16 gigabytes of RAM at all. My main machine has 32 gigabytes. It's just that I'm missing my cables. I can't plug anything into anything without all my cables. And not only that, my entire space is not completely soundproof either. I feel my sense of like motivation and whatnot is just, it just keeps going down and down the less equipped I am, and the more, the longer I spend time in a space that I don't feel inspirational in. But yeah, this game does crash a lot. I don't want it to crash a lot, but it just ends up crashing a lot. It doesn't crash when I'm not, like... when I'm playing it, like... not on Twitch, it's just... that's just how it is. How do I get that? What is the inside of this building? Oh my goodness sakes, this is the hide and seek building. This was the building we played Prop Hunt in. I still have bad memories of this place. Like, super bad memories of this place. Hmm. No surprise. I don't remember. Is it the machine over here? What the? Okay. That's what these are. Zero-calorie milk tea. Sounds a bit too good to be true now, isn't it? What's this? Oh. I see. Interesting. Okay, now I have to keep that in mind from now on. Okay. Was it over here? I forget how half of these building structures work. Oh, that's still creepy to this day. Oh, elevator. Who needs an elevator? What is this guy's name? No lagging. I don't know why I made that sound. I thought that was a player character. If you see a guy named Nacho, you're in the right place. Actually, this one might be one of the best ones because like you have a piece of a mount, you have a piece of these, and then you have like chance at one of these, and you have a chance at crystals. Now this one, could be better, honestly, but it gives you stuff you need. Now this one, actually, is this one in? Okay, and then you have this one, which is like another mount component, but then you can also have a chance at one of these or one of those. And then you have this one, which is just straight up lots of emotes, so much filler. So the first 3 machines seem pretty worth it. Today my gut feels like my gut wants to go for this one. Oh. I mean, I need this, but like I need the gold stuff too. I guess I'm not taking any today. Disappointment. Well, we took our chances, though. Better than nothing. Okay, are any of the... whatchamacallit? Any of these matrices worth it? No, these are going in... Cobalt is going into the permanent pool, so that's not gonna be worried about that. Ruby I'm done with. Annabella. What does she do again? After hitting a target flame weapon, increase final damage and crit rate. But it's biased because it's only affected with the highest star rating. And then meanwhile, you have let me check yeah, meanwhile with Ruby's matrice, it's not biased to like the weapon with the highest star rating. Meanwhile, her weapon also aims for the highest star rating as well, so it's like, why? I wanted to find a minigame that could give me, like, a couple more gold pulls, but the only other way I can get those is the... Oh, I have to go into the rift. I hate that. Otherwise, I can... What I also could do is find a chest on the new map. Wait. Hold on a second. Is there anybody whose friendship level is not maxed out yet? I mean, a lot of other characters, but... Some of these passives could be pretty good. I should be using those. But the thing is, you have to periodically, like, switch out of these passive bonuses. That's the thing. And that could be super annoying. And tedious. But it's super annoying, tedious. What was I doing again? Right, let me think. Let's see if we can find a chest in the because I don't know if I want to go through all the effort of just finding. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go through all that effort. To find more whatchamacallit. And of course we didn't win. No surprise there, but what could we do? There's not really nothing we could do because Nobody's consistently staying with the... Yeah, nobody's consistently staying with the group in Stream Raiders. So... I'll go see if there's any more gold I can find in the meantime before I finish. I'll be taking a few hours break just to organize the footage we got so far, and then afterwards we'll be back. And I'm gonna try to do 12 hours. Crazy, I know, but... Hey, how's it going, Minzy? My PNG stopped working, so so this little guy is just here instead. How's it going, by the way? Been a hot minute.
Anybody know what the fundamentalist you know what? Whatever.
It just stopped working because my laptop could not handle everything running. And that's also an issue with this game. It's not capable of being broadcast on Twitch with many softwares in the background. And like, I would need to take the time to write a ticket to customer service about this to get them to optimize this game ASAP, but I'm on a schedule. I've been on like a major content creation schedule for the past month, so I've been pretty tired recently. Like, after this, I'm gonna be taking like a few hours break, and then I'll be back on this game because company of this game wants people to live stream this game for 30 hours within 4 days. It's more reasonable if you if you spread out 30 hours for like 7 days or like 2 weeks. But 4 days? And no worries, I do get my sleep. I do rest. I've had like a few nights or so where I think I slept decently. But it's mostly stress nowadays and being occupied with projects, video making, get career going and whatnot. Even my character is exhausted. That's funny. What's up with like sci-fi and like having really, really, really specific jumpsuits? And it all started with Evangelion. Evangelion is the pioneer of the jumpsuits. Hey, if people can look good in those jumpsuits just like the anime characters, then all the power. Because I can't. I might probably have to work out, but like... In fairness, now that I think about it, I don't think Dave Bautista has a six-pack. He still gets casted as Drax in the movies. He has the muscles, but he doesn't necessarily have the six-pack. But he's still casted. So his physique is fine. Oh yeah, this gameplay is probably tripping out anybody who's played Subnautica. All the dreadful memories of anybody playing Subnautica. It has arrived in this game. I'm also kind of distracting myself from Nintendo gaming because I've been super miserable since the Nintendo eShop had shut down. I got like pictures and footage of like the final moments. It's just overall pretty depressing. And which makes me despise like the company even more a bit. Which is funny because like my name is a combination of my own name and Nintendo, which is an idea that nobody's ever coined yet but me. And then nowadays I'm not so sure anymore. And at this point I really can't blame anybody for if anybody needs to modify their old hardware anymore. Because Nintendo has done literally no preservation for their old media. Which is a complete shame. Because otherwise you're going to increase the amount of lost media library that you'll never find ever again. Video game preservation is pretty important, and it's been highlighted by so many, like, several different YouTubers and content creators across the spectrum. I'm low-key curious about the Mario movie. Like, everything else looks great. I just really cannot accept the Chris Pratt at the moment. It's all for the sake of cash grabbing. We all know it's all for the sake of cash grabbing. Okay, why can I not find any gold? The ocean is way too big. Is that a gold one? I can't tell. Or is that a purple one? Time to knock out these squids and see which color it is. Oh, you meant Mario's voice? That's really cool. There's like a bunch of famous people I want to meet, like, as part of my bucket list. The one bucket list thing I couldn't be able to achieve was, meeting Stan Lee in person. But that, of course, that would cost a fortune, because, understandably. And it's funny because I actually went to the last Comic-Con I went to the last New York Comic Con that Stan Lee was able to make it to before. Yeah. He wasn't able to anymore. Hello, turtles. I don't want to fight you, though. Aww. Oh, you actually got the chance to work with Stan Lee? Man, you've been blessed in your career. Meanwhile, I've been getting nothing. And it's upsetting me. And for like many years, several years. I don't know how I'm handling it mentally right now, but like, there's only so much that good food and a bunch of beer and gaming can do. Oh, I can imagine, honestly. I can imagine. Where was I going again? Let me try the surface. Maybe I can find chests better when I go to the surface. There's a lot of, like, famous people whose fans are just their own eccentric group of individuals. They could end up being, like, some kind of cult or something. Amazing, really. Oh, wrong thing! At least the music in the new map is super therapeutic. I could just, like, put my legs up at a resort near a beach and just calmly listen to this. Speaking of Mario, I have recently gotten the latest version of Mario Party. I haven't started it yet though because I'm still looking for the right time to get back on my Switch for a Twitch stream. Which I need to anyways because I have to uphold at least some percentage of Nintendo content here. It's just been a hot minute because I've been focused on so much other stuff. You said Pokemon Unite, Minzy? I don't know if I have that game. I mean, I technically can get it for free. I could download it. Yeah, I could download it for free. I don't know. I do know people who played, was it? I do know a guy or two, and he's now in Arizona with his, I think fiance. His significant other. He's played a lot of Pokemon Unite. I gotta pay a visit to him. Yeah, I gotta pay a visit to them both. I haven't really It's been a long time since I last had a, like, face-to-face interaction with fellow Twitch streamers. It's kind of funny because one day I think I saw, like, a fellow Twitch streamer at his job when he was, like, working at a fast food place. It was, like, a busy shift because it was a lunch shift, but it was kind of funny to, like, see him there. Pretty good guy, too. He's got a really great spirit. It's kind of really interesting because, like, fellow content creators, well, the dynamic can be different depending on, like, which group it is, but for the ones I've interacted with, this social dynamic, this relationship we have, like, on the internet versus in real life has been pretty mutual and really much more extensive than, like, you know, the co-workers and classmates who you're really the best at doing stuff with in that specific environment versus socializing with outside the environment. But with, like, the Twitch streamers and YouTubers I've interacted with, mostly Twitch streamers, they've been pretty chill and positive with me in real life or on the internet, and there's honestly not a lot of those individuals I come across with. So I'm pretty grateful for these people. It's been a long time since we had our last meetup too, and it's been a long time since I had a meetup with other fellow content creators in general. It's all because of the pandemic. I've done like a bunch. I occasionally gone to conventions, but I don't know nowadays. And there's like other conventions I want to go to before, like, well, that's on my bucket list as far as I'll say, but I don't know. Times change. We try to adapt as best as we could, and oh my goodness, this beautiful woman is standing in front of us again. Your character model looks kind of pretty. I swear, the amount of, like, other property character design that people come up with blows my mind. Actually, technically, I did a couple. I did a couple of custom characters based off of 2 characters from Code Lyoko. Because that show certainly did not get enough. It does not get enough, like, representation or recognition nowadays. Definitely, like, the OG show has been pretty well... I'd say most of it has been pretty well done. And then they try to do, like, this sequel slash reboot with live action. The CGI was definitely, like, better than the animated series. It's, like, improved, but the live action bit felt, like... It felt awkward. It felt awkward to see, like, the characters we know be their live-action selves. The transition feels pretty weird. I don't think the live-action series did well either. I almost thought it's an actual Japanese animation, but the fact that it's actually French inspired by Japanese is amazing. Now that you think about it, there was a lot of animation during, like, the earlier 2000s where studios got inspired by anime, and if they pulled the style and the quality off, it actually turns out pretty amazing. A primary example of inspired by anime done incredibly well is, like, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and they're going to have a movie for it pretty soon too. Pretty soon? At some point. It's definitely their next project around the corner. Which is like a movie that takes place before The Legend of Korra. Speaking of which, I do need to complete that series. There's a lot of movies and TV shows I need to binge watch recently. What was I missing again? I need to find one more gold. But why is it not... it's not easy for me to find one more gold. Not like there's a chest that will stick out like a sore thumb. Even underwater where like the environment is super massive. I will admit though, the what is it? The architecture, the foundation that they set up with the underwater scenery is impressive with this game. I do want to create my own fictional universe, but I don't know if I want to turn it into a video game now. But then again, a lot of media projects take a lot of time to develop. But what's just very upsetting is that, like, what if the project doesn't end up doing well, and, like, after so much time being spent, you just have to end up, like, canceling it? This has happened for video games that were never released. And I remember I was part of a video games... I was part of this Transformers game's beta test, and the game never released because of the company's incompetence. That just, like, frustrates me for, like, video games I genuinely enjoyed, and they just never see the light of day because corporate BS and behind-the-scenes incompetence, disagreements. That's why my stance on the MMORPG industry is very shaky. I've had a bunch of games that I enjoyed playing just end up shutting down on me, primarily because the companies behind them are just so... for one reason or another, like, incompetent. And a lot of it tends to be the corporate stuff. Mismanaging the employees and whatnot. I think Terra has ran for a decade for the most part, and that's usually like the best lifespan an online game during the earlier 2000s could have. And they weren't honest, though. The original team said there's nothing else we feel we could do for the game, so we're closing it down. And even if they want to continue the game under a different publisher, the publisher would probably, like, completely change up the game to the point where people will clearly tell they just want to milk people's money and, like, value quantity over quality. Maybe the writers saw that and just didn't want that to happen to Terra any further. Oh my goodness sakes. I wanted to play WildStar on its last day, but I was just super sour and, like, spiteful of the game. Because when I hit max level and I want to enjoy more content, I couldn't anymore. People left, a lot of the stuff that you can enjoy at max level endgame is... what the heck? Somebody killed something. I am surprised. Anyways, so things got real lonely and stuff, and the direction the game was heading when it was free to play is like... it is a move, but it was a move that could spell its ending for it. I ended up playing a different game when WildStar was shut down on that fateful day. I really enjoyed its, like, whimsiness, though. how it's a game that really doesn't take itself seriously. Oh, goodness sakes. And I didn't mind it overall either, but like, it really has been it really had its downfall. It was definitely a corporate thing. And it's very sad because like, the music was well done. The housing system was amazing. One of the best housing systems to date. On top of like other stuff that the game is really amazing for. And it also like made a healing class be like really, really amazing to play. The meta class is like one of the best healing classes I've ever played. Kind of breaking from tradition a little bit from your typical priest or cleric, etc., etc. And I was all for it. Because I usually played, in the beginning, I usually played as a healing person. One online game that I know has gone complete garbage after, like, a lot of time has passed was, oh, perfect, I needed this. Ion Online. After it, like, sold its publishing rights to another company, the game just completely became garbage. The classic server, of course, is where it's at. And I don't have good memories with that game because I originally went to that game because I kind of migrated to that game from another online game. But then these group of people, for no rhyme or reason, just kicked me out of the guilds that I was in. And since then, I didn't have any other good experiences with the game and took a break for a while. When I came back from my break and forgot all about the guild business, the game already completely changed. Every single piece of gear in my backpack became irrelevant. My previous quest chain got completely deleted and replaced with something I don't completely recognize. Maps I was on were deleted out the window. Yeah, I do plan to revisit for the Classic server, just start fresh on Classic. I just do wonder, like, to what extent will they still keep on updating Classic? Because it seems like that's where the community is nowadays. Everybody else on, like, retail version is just, as they say, is, well, I don't know. I think one of my main things is that, like, oh, it's also funny because the company for that backed up WildStar was NCSoft, and NCSoft were the original developers for Ion Online. Also, Blade and Soul. I loved the combat in Blade and Soul. I haven't actually had a chance to finish playing Blade and Soul, but I loved it. I just couldn't find I just couldn't find it in myself to, like, keep on playing the game. But I absolutely loved my experience with the game when I last played it. But otherwise, I haven't really had any good faith in Korean-released online games anymore because of what ends up happening to them over time. The pay-to-win aspect, any sort of development changes that just ruin their original experience. What I'm really surprised by is that Black Desert Online and Lost Ark are the online games that are from Korea that are popping to this day. They have their own gamers and audience, and they're going. And still going strong. I won't ever get into either game, of course, but I'm just impressed by how well they're still standing to the test of time to this day. I mean, they weren't exactly released too long ago. Black Desert Online has released, like, earlier than Lost Ark. Man, everybody's killing quickly because they are whales. One online game that I'm super impressed about is Wizard 101. That game has existed for over a decade. And as of recently, they've put out a guild system after all these years. They're putting in raids in the game after all these years. Have plans to finally make the first part of the game completely free, and the first part of the game was like the original experience to begin with. But they monetize a lot of stuff, though. Every time I try to get back into the 101 game, like, after getting through, like, the charming graphics and how, like, whimsical the game also is, I just get reminded of bad memories again. And I hope this isn't a bad memory. Nope, it gives me nothing. That's an amazing animation, though. I'm glad they improved the gacha animation. What are we upgrading this time? Let's see. I think I'll upgrade this one. So that way, one of my next copies could give me the max version. Yep. That sounds like the plan. If there's anything that I really heavily dislike about these games where there's gacha in it, you can't have a gacha game without power creep. While power creep can exist in like online games as well, with the way a lot of these gacha games are structured, it's just so prevalent and part of the design in the long run. Now that's the thing, though. When you design a game with a lot of different playstyles and you actually end up developing the system where you can actually compete with those playstyles, the power creeping is just inevitable to begin with. Hence all the desires to just buff and nerf different characters and different archetypes. The discussion never ends. Maybe I could open one more chest. Nah, probably not. Wait, I could do another oh. What is this now? 2,380? Yeah.
Yeah! Yeah.
Alright, I think I'm gonna do some more exploration and stuff later. I need a break. I went on for longer than expected. What does my uptime say right now? I'm pretty sure it's like 6 hours and 30 minutes at this point because I forgot to change my category and my title. Maybe I'll stop for here for now since I'm going to be taking a break soon. I have to organize the Twitch footage and make sure things look okay for when somebody at the company looks over the footage for the weekend event. Alright, so in the meantime, thank you to Metroid for raiding me, and thank you to Memory Martin for following, and thank you to Narukami for lurking, and thank you to Minzy for stopping on by. Speaking of online games, I have somebody online who is playing an online game right now. She's playing Final Fantasy XIV. Let me go ahead and give her a shout out, a sweet shout out. She's also pretty cool, as I also got to meet her through another. Wait, Minzy, do you remember Wags? I'm not so sure if you're still there, but do you remember Wags? I kind of like met this fellow streamer through Wags' network as well, funnily enough. And I found out I'm actually pretty cool with her since we talk about Pokemon a lot. And I watch her do her shiny hunts and whatnot too. It's really funny the amount of fellow content creators you can meet along the way through so many different networks. It's amazing. And that's her right there. I gotta play some games with people again. I have a lot of games in my Steam library. I need to get to them eventually, but right now I'm kind of on a schedule of going through the games I prioritize right now, and I might at least do one day of Nintendo Switch gaming coming up for this week. Otherwise, oh damn, my browsers are not working. I forgot, because if you try to run this game with multiple software, and whatnot, on 16 gigabytes of RAM, it's just going to die. Oh yeah. I'm glad I'm back on my HD microphone again. It feels pretty good to speak through this, this bad boy. I just don't have a soundproofed chamber to speak through this thing. I would love to, though. But it hasn't been really a priority right now. I do want to get into voiceover as well, but it's a bunch to set up. I have the tech, I just need the training, the coaching, the callbacks for any successful auditions, and even then, a callback for a desired project will probably end up happening like later than you would expect, because it's just like applying for jobs again. Auditioning is applying for jobs for performers, essentially speaking. I know I've auditioned for stuff before, but not really like AAA major deal projects. Yeah, good talk, guys. Good talk. I'm just feeling pretty, sentimental. That is the word I wanted to say. Super sentimental. Because a lot is going on in my mind recently. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Super sentimental stuff. That's how I'm feeling at the moment. But I'm also glad that I have any of y'all who could stop on by. All of y'all who could be able to be with me. Even if there's like... those of y'all who could be able to stay with me during the times I'm going through some stuff when nobody else could be able to be around because the previous momentum, the previous community, whatnot we had was gone. But we try our best out here. We try our best. Okay, Twitch, are you sure I only have one person? Are you, Twitch, are you doing this again where you're like... Man, they keep doing this. Hold on, let me reset that. There's no way Twitch is saying that I have, like... I love this website sometimes, I swear I do. There we go, that's more like it. That's what that's how things should look. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break for now. I'll be back on with this game and hopefully things will be working properly. We might be hopefully crashing less and we'll explore more of the sea together and get a taste of the 2 new bosses. How about that? Until then, I'll send you guys over to Envion and make sure to say hi to her for me and I believe the raid message we shall do today is... swimming raid. Because we did a bunch of swimming recently. In the ocean blue. Alright guys, have a good evening, morning, or afternoon. As always, stay healthy, stay safe, stay comfortable, stay connected to each other, stay supportive as possible, and stay hungry for our next adventure, for your next meal, for the rest of the great games that you're looking forward to, the next TV shows and movies as well, and hopefully one day the end of COVID so all of us can be able to be in public safely and not get each other sick. In a perfect world one day.